Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a gem grab role guide. So I'm going to be going over how you can win a lot more gem grab matches using roles. So what you want to do before you get into a gem grab match, you want to assign different roles to each player. There's 3 roles. That is, first one is gem carrier, the second one is support, and the third one is the one that keeps the enemies back. You want to base the characters that the brawlers that you use depending on the role that you want to fulfill. Now we're going to get into each individual role. Quick reminder before we do get into that, make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoy this video. I'm going to try and make 2 videos every day. If I don't make that, I'll definitely make 1 video every single day. So yeah, so the first role we're going to be going over is gem carrier, and the fundamental role of the gem carrier is to obviously carry the gems. There are also set things you want to do. For example, the gem carrier has to be the one that doesn't die. You can't die the whole match. Your objective is to stay alive, and in the time that you're alive, your goal is to get all 10 gems. And obviously before the match begins, what you want to try to do is make sure that only you carry all the gems and no one else. So you can see background gameplay me doing it. I have 7 gems. Obviously my teammates did in fact get more gems because I'm playing around. Obviously when you're playing with your friends, you want to make sure that you're the only one getting the gems. But as you can see in the gameplay, I did die. Luckily my support role was able to help me there, and then yeah, obviously I was able to get back to 10 gems, as you can see in the gameplay. But the point in the gem carrier is to make sure that you're the one carrying all the gems. So doing one brawler carrying the gems, like brawler gets all the 10 gems. This is so at the end of the game, when you do have 10 gems, it'll be extremely hard for the enemy to get the gems back. So there'll be 2 people defending you while one player is carrying all the gems and can stay hidden. Now, what you want to do when you're the gem carrier is play really behind. You want to stay back while your teammates go more forward. You obviously want to do damage, you want to stay there, but you want to play to your range, which is why certain brawlers are better than others. So some of the good gem carriers are, for example, Poco, Pam, Jean. The reason why they're good is because obviously they have good HP, and obviously they can heal, whether that's with their super gadget, whatever, and so in that type of situation they can recover. But anyway, if you are going to be the gem carrier, make sure you use those brawlers. And now we're going to move on to the next role, which is support. So the point in support, as the name suggests, is to support the other 2 roles, mainly the gem carrier. So obviously the gem carrier, because he's going to have all the gems, is going to be vulnerable. All the all the enemies are going to be going for him. So the support character is supposed to support the gem carrier and stop it from dying. And yeah, so if an enemy does get too close, the support character is supposed to be there so that to back up the gem carrier, so the gem carrier doesn't die. Preferably the gem carrier shouldn't die, and if he does die, it's fine. I mean, if he does die, it's fine, but he should try to not die as much as possible. If he dies once or twice, it's fine. But obviously he should try to stay alive. And also it does seem a bit weird me saying he should try to stay alive, because of course he should try to stay alive. But the third role, the one that should keep the enemies back, it doesn't matter how many times you die. Which is why I'm telling you this role, he should try not to die, because there are the other role where he can die. It doesn't matter if they die. Whereas in this role it does matter. So try not to die in this role, but if you do die, it's not the end of the world. And yeah, so what you notice is that if the gem carrier is completely fine, he can change his role. Role function a little bit. So instead of protecting the gem carrier, he goes and supports the enemy, the one that keeps the enemies back. So the support character is just supposed to support the other two characters. He starts off supporting the gem carrier, but as the match progresses, if the gem carrier is not under attack, you can go protect the person, help the person who's keeping the enemies back. So obviously good brawlers for that is Jessie, Penny, anyone who can control the field, even Colt. So obviously there was background gameplay back then of me using a support character, which was Jessie. Okay, now we're moving on to the next role, which is keeping the enemies back. At the start of the match, that might be a little bit hard, but obviously that's up to the support and the gem carriers to keep the enemies a little bit back. And once they do fall behind that starting line, that's your opportunity to constantly keep them back. Obviously BB is a strong example of a brawler who's good for this role, because obviously her attack literally knocks them back. But there are other brawlers such as Shelly, Bull, which does scare them into keeping them back. Even Frank, for example, he could be a good example of it, because he can threaten them with their super and keep them back. But you don't have to keep them back. A way to keep them back is just by killing them. So when they do come, you can be like Bull or Shelly and just keep killing them over and over again. So as you can see, like right now in the gameplay, the enemies are kept back. Like they're nowhere close to the gem mine. As you can see, I'm threatening them all. Yeah, so and even that Nani, he's nowhere close and being kept back. So that's the point of the role of keeping the enemies back. Okay, so when it comes to dying, it doesn't matter. So if you're the role keeping the enemies back, obviously the fewer you die, the better. You know, you can keep the enemies back as much as possible. But you shouldn't be worried about dying. Like, it doesn't matter if you die. Yeah, because even if you do die, the support character should be there to protect the gem carrier. And obviously, if the gem carrier is still safe, then the support character can come help you and keep the enemies back. In this case, the support character is helping the gem carrier. Support role is helping the thing, and I'm keeping the enemies back. As you can see from this gameplay, all the enemies are kept back. And yeah, so everyone's doing a decent job. Yeah, so as you can see here, we kind of fail, and obviously we nearly lose the game, but it's actually quite an interesting comeback. We do end up coming back. I will in fact do a part 2 to this, where I actually go over me actually doing commentary over the gameplay and exactly how you should keep the enemies back and how you can do it effectively. But in that video, I'll also be going over which characters you should support and when. Obviously, when I'm doing that commentary, you'll know. And also for the gem carrier, I'll be going over the commentary of when you should push, when you should stay back, and stuff like that. Obviously, there will be moments where you're just playing against randoms, and in that case, you want to best decide what role you would be. So if there's, for example, in this team, there's a Gale, Frank, and BB. Obviously, I'll keep the enemies back because BB is quite good at it. The Frank would be the support character. He could also be the keep enemies back, because I'm already doing it. He can either support me in keeping the enemies back because he'll be a good role, or he can support the gem carrier because again he'll make a good role in that. The Gale is quite interesting. Even though his super does keep the enemies back, he's not a good character to fill in this role, because he doesn't really have that much DPS potential. And yeah, so I will be going over that in the next video. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. But just before you click away, there's going to be a couple of end screen videos that should appear right now. Click on one of those and give them a watch. And yeah, bye.